My name is Pavani Kumasundu and my student ID is 20254647. And today I'm giving my Viva questions. And my first question is, what focus skills did you identify? The three focus skills I identify for Maya were expressive communication, narrative storytelling, and social communications. I chose expressive communication because Maya already shows strong communications abilities through Auslan gestures, facial expressions, and body language. The case study shows she signs fluently to people understand Auslan, which tells us communication is a clear strength. However, she sometimes struggles with others do not understand her, which causes disengagement. So my goal was not to fix communication, but to strengthen her ability to communicate confidently across different environments. And my second focus skills was in narrative storytelling. Maya already loves books and storytelling. Her parents said she creates puppet shows at home and tells stories with her hands. The case study also says she retells picture books through signing and gesture. This shows strong emergent literacy skills. Storytelling is an important foundation of literacy because children learn sequencing, vocabulary, meaning making, and communication structure. My third focus skill was social communication. Maya can communicate well when others understand Auslan, but peer instruction may become harder if communication barriers are exist. Social communication is essential in early childhood because learning happens through relationship and play. Bilingual development is essential because Maya is growing up between two communication words, the deaf community and hearing community. Sporting both Australian and English helps her maintain her identity, communicate with the family, and also participate in broader educational and social settings. And my second question is, how are multilingual literacies embedded in your sequence? Multilingual literacy is a strongly embedded throughout my teaching sequence because communication is not limited to spoken or written words. It included visual communication, movement, gestures, facial expressions, symbols, and digital media, and physical attraction as well. In my first activity, puppet storytelling, Maya communicate through signing gestures, facial expressions, movement, visuals, and storytelling props. She does not rely on the speech. In the second activity, bilingual shared reading, multilingual literacy is embedded through picture books, visual storytelling, and signed story videos, discussion gestures and comprehension through symbols and visuals. In my third activity, dramatic play, communication happens when through the play and play movement, pattern interaction, communication boards, visual signs, and player collaboration. Multimodal literacy is especially important because Maya already naturally communicates this way. Her strongest communication methods are visual and expression, not purely spoken. By using multilingual teaching model, I'm building on her strengths instead of forcing her into a single communication model. Because Maya is already a multi-model communicator, she signs uses facial expressions, gestures, and body language confidently. Multimodal teaching, recognizing her existing strength and create equitable learning opportunities. And my third question is, how will you collaborate with her deaf parents? Collaboration with Maya's parents is essential because they are experts in her communication, language, and cultural identity. The case study says her parents are both deaf, communicate exclusively with Auslan, and actively participate in the deaf community. That means their knowledge is extremely valuable and should be respected in educational planning. I would collaborate through regular communication about Maya's progress, development, and communication goals. I would involve them in planning strategies rather than making decisions and independently. One specific strategy would be inviting her parents into the center of bilingual storytelling sessions where they sign stories in Osler. This would support Maya, help peers to learn inclusively to improve educators' understanding and deaf communication. I would also use shared communication journals or digital communication tools so like home and center can exchange the observations. Family partnership is important because consistency between home and early childhood settings strengthen learning and helps Maya feel culturally safe and understood. Assigned storytelling is a partnership program where parents vis- visit monthly to share stories in Oslo. My next question is, how does your plan reflect inclusive pedagogy rather than accommodation? Inclusive pedagogy means designing learning from the beginning so every child can participate meaningfully, rather than modifying activity afterwards for one specific child. My plan reflects inclusive pedagogy because all activity were designed with multiple communication methods from the start. For example, I included visual sports, Aushland gestures, story props, communication boards, and peer collaboration as a standard teaching strategies. Maya is not being separated or treated as something needing special activities. Instead, the whole environment is adopted to be inclusive. Accommodation would mean designing a normal activities based only on spoken English and then making a last minute adjustments for Maya. Inclusive pedagogy is different because it assumes diversity is normal. Children communicate differently, learn differently, and engage differently. This is especially important for Maya because inclusion is not only about access, it is about respecting her language, her culture, and her identity.